Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Next Rank YouTube channel with Johnny and Jack. We're just back from the FIFAe World Championship, or what is it, FIFAe World Cup it's called. I can see Jack's, he's got his suitcase in the back there. Still hasn't done his unpacking. Yeah, there it is, a little blue suitcase inside of your webcam.
That one is unpacked, but legit, like right next to me, there is one that has my entire like clothes, my entire wardrobe in it. So yeah.
So you're just living out of a suitcase for a few days. That's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're watching in this video Juicy POV Game 6 of France versus USA. We know this is going to be a highly requested game, highly requested series to watch and to analyze, because this was one of the best series I've ever seen, one of the most entertaining series, really high level as well, from two of the best teams in the tournament. And yeah, going into this, I thought France were the favorites, but you know, not by a huge margin. USA did look good. But yeah, Jack, you played against France in this tournament. You actually had a winning record against them in the group stage. So who did you think was going to win this? USA, I think at this point they were up 3-2.
Yeah.
But yeah, who do you think is going to win?
Yeah, I think I was probably favouring the US slightly, just because I'm a big fan of NRG as a team. But also France were incredible and they were playing very, very well. So like, I don't know. I thought it would be a Game 7. I don't know who I would have thought. I actually didn't watch this series, Johnny, so everything that we're seeing today is my first reaction, first time seeing. So we'll kind of get my kind of live thoughts at least about what's going on. But yeah, 3-2 to the US. You said at this point. Do you remember like who was playing the best on each team up to this stage, or was everyone just playing pretty well?
I do remember that the 1-2 passing plays for the USA were looking really good. Like their passing and offense was excellent. So you know, that's full team synergy, of course. Yeah, Beast Mode had some nice pre-jumps. I think Beast Mode also had some nice passes to pre-jumping. Anything involving pre-jumps, Beast Mode was very involved.
As always, yeah.
Yeah, and they were really. I think even for them, obviously NRG, aka the USA, have got a very, very high peak. But I think even for them, this was like, I think some of their best goals they've ever scored in the earlier games in this series. And then later on, towards the business end, middle of the series, end of the series, there were still some good goals. But yeah, we're starting to see more just normal Rocket League from them and from France, and just see who can come out on top. But yeah, they went up by 1, France won game 2, USA won game 3, France won game 4, USA won game 5. So it's very back and forth. And if that trend continues, we're forecasting a game 7 win for USA.
Yeah, and we'll oh, nice shot, good demo there as well. We'll have to, I won't be able to pause too much by the way in this video because I don't have a controller, so I'm navigating I'm navigating this entire or I don't have a cable, sorry. I'm navigating this entire like replay on keyboard mouse, which is a lot higher. US coming out with their pass plays, they do like connecting with these players, but I think that one, yeah, one extra pass kind of too much towards the end there. But Johnny, I did like how France were playing this tournament as always. I mean, it's just 2/3 of the KC roster, which always means you have a very, very solid base, and then the other player that they're adding to the team is Zen. So it's, you know, it's never really going to go too wrong, is it? They were playing extremely well in the group stage, and I think in the playoffs as well. Like I said, I didn't watch, but judging by the results and judging by this game so far, yeah, it's really all you're expecting from them. They play, I'd say, fairly close together. They play for those kind of 50s. It's similar to KC, which again, if you have that kind of core of the KC roster, it's always going to be similar, right? Very nice pass there.
Yeah.
Wow. Good save. You know what I like so far? Sorry to cut you off. You know what I like so far about Juicy, which is what we're watching right now? I'm going to go back just slightly when we watch this. A lot of players here would jump, or they would be a little kind of more, you know, panicky, reactive on the goal line. But he's been very patient when he's sat on the goal line and he has someone challenging for him, even if the ball is in the box, being ready to shoot from the opponents. He's very very calm. He's just sat there. He's just waiting for the shot to come. And it looks simple, but I'm telling you, it's pretty hard to do that against high-level opponents in high-pressure situations. So I think that's, you know, very good. Jesus Christ, what is this? I have not seen this.
Yeah, this was a pre-jump as well. So beast mode up to Daniel. This is something they were doing all series. So whenever there's a player in front, they were trying to use him as a passing option.
Oh god,
yeah, you have to. Yeah, you need to right-click here. Right-click. Oh, or that. Oh, that's also good. Yeah, there.
Sorry, boys. You're gonna have to bear with me for a sec.
Left click changes player.
Here we go.
Left click changes player. There you go. And then Daniel with a perfect pass. Beast Mode reads it. Vatira wasn't up in time. But this is actually something USA did all series long. They were picking out the kind of the cherry picking player really well. And it's it's something that I hope we see more from them in the upcoming Rocket League season, because it's really entertaining to watch. Like the team plays, the synergy, and I think it could. We've talked about it many times. Like, you know, pre-jumps. Eventually, like, everything's going to be a pre-jump if we keep improving with Rocket League and with Pro Play.
Yeah, I mean, it gets to a point where, that's nice from Vatira again. That we did a recent video on KC, Johnny, a few weeks ago, where I was talking about like KC's kind of understanding of when to leave a ball in offense as kind of the second man when the opponent's about to touch the ball. I mean, this play is pretty similar to what I'm describing here, and it's the same with this France team. Vatira, once he sees Atomic jumping for that ball, he knows that Atomic's going to get a soft touch back, or back in KC, in France's half, sorry. And that means the third man will be able to move forward. It's really, really nice. It allows that third man to get a good shot off. In that situation, Juicy had to slow down because Atomic might have been blocking the next ball, but a lot of the time it just comes off a free shot there. Was that Beast Mode free jump from that touch in out of the France?
There were a lot. They were pre-jumping a lot in defense and offense. But yeah, I think that a big takeaway for a lot of people from this series is that Juicy is now S tier. But yeah, you got a bit unlucky here. Ooh. Challenges when he would have had a respawning teammate. There's the demo. He delays a little bit, but the respawn was on the right side of the pitch. So Zen actually didn't spawn behind Juicy. That left a gap for Atomic to get the flick over both of them. Now, they could obviously calm that. I don't know if Zen said he was spawning right, but yeah, great play by Atomic. USA up by 1, and this was actually a key moment here because, well, obviously, USA up by 1. Vatira off the crossbar, and 2 seconds ago, France equalized. Now, Sathu in the post-series interview, he took responsibility for this, said he made a bad call. We'll look back on it, in more detail. But yeah, this is what he was talking about. They called for the double half-flip kickoff, and it didn't yield the result that USA were looking for. But yeah, as we'll go over at the end of the game in more detail. We'll watch out the rest of this game first.
It's definitely, I think a hard one.
It's hard, but I don't think Sathu is to blame here at all. Personally, I think it was execution.
We'll talk about that at the end, but it's definitely a tough one for the team in general too, because they still have a game to play, right? They could finish the series here. It's 3-2, very close to losing that game and forcing a game 7 for the US there. But yeah, they have to keep their heads. Obviously, they had the series in their hands with 11 seconds left. They obviously let it go. But going to the overtime, they can't let any stupid mistakes happen. And I think this one was, I would say, a bit of a misplay in the overtime, and just a terrible end to the game. If you're the players on the US team, they're going to feel like they should have done a lot better, right? Yeah,
they'll feel like they should have advanced to the final right there, because they were 11 seconds away from winning. But this is the kickoff that Sathu took the blame for, I believe. He said in the post-match interview that he made a bad call, what he's called here, because coaches do often call it kickoffs. Because they can have more of a, I guess, active memory on what kickoffs have happened up to this point. But he calls for double half flips. So Daniel and Beast Mode both half flip, and they both turn back towards the goal. This is good for defending against pretty much any. I think it's the safest kickoff in the game. If you mix it in, if you do it every time, maybe not. But Atomic gets potentially faked here by Juicy, hits the ball into Zen, tries to block it. My only nitpick there is that I think Atomic would do better hitting the ball left or right, just one of the sides of the ball, because as the cheating player down the middle, the job is just to make sure that the other team don't get a free dribble. That's it. And he does jump over the demo, but if he hits the ball left or right, then the Zen's touch will go left or right, which is where Daniel and Beast Mode are. As it was, Daniel got dusted, Beast Mode wasn't ready to follow up, and then Atomic gets bumped on the way back in. Beast Mode also doesn't follow the ball as he comes out of the net with the in and out save attempt. He definitely could have followed this. So I think this is execution, personally. I think it's not a bad strat. It's even a good strat. Like, they end up in a good position here. If the players play correctly, that should be a 50-50 between Beast Mode and Juicy here. Sathu, I like that he's taking the blame as a coach, but I don't think he should. I don't think it's his fault.
I think, I completely agree. I mean, I also rarely think that a kickoff strat can be like a bad one at that moment. Like, it definitely can, but a lot of the time it just goes down to the execution. It just goes down to the challenges after and stuff like that. Like, if we're being really nitpicky, like for me, I don't believe as much as Johnny that Atomic could have. Like, I think he's just trying to block the ball on Juicy's touch. I don't even think he reacts to Juicy's bump. From me, like doing this kickoff strat, I don't know if he reacts to the bump. I think he's just jumping because you would at this moment, and then trying to block any touch.
Block, yeah.
He's just trying to block down the middle because what you're trying to do at this point is, you're just trying to, if Juicy shoots, you're blocking the shot, and then if it goes to the side, then that's all you want. I don't think he's expecting Casey to fake. France to fake it, like they do, but yeah. So Atomic perhaps could have gone to the side. I think it's hard. I think now the issue comes from the next kind of challenge. Now, what Dan does here is it's a very kind of Daniel-esque challenge where he just no-air rolls it, and then last second he just completely plays the ball. He's not trying to beat Zen. I mean, he jumped so much earlier than Zen did here, to the point where I think that he might have been able to just beat him.
Yeah, he could have, yeah.
He's just playing it safe, and he's just playing the ball. If you look at his car, he starts to angle his car down to where the ball would be if Zen fakes it in this position and goes low. He's just playing that kind of area. He doesn't get beat. He's just playing that area because he's expecting beast mode to be on the backboard. That's how I think that they are. That's the thought process of the players. Now, it could be completely different, but I believe Dan would think that beast mode's backboard here. Because he might Beast Mode might call that he's backboard once he drives up here, and then he goes down once he sees how early Daniel jumps. Because from Beast Mode's point of view, Daniel's jumped so early that he's beaten Zen to the ball, and I go down to follow the 50 or whatever happens next. It's just better to be on the floor if Dan beats Zen. So every player basically does a correct thing in their mind, depending. I mean, he could have just followed the ball and 50 there.
This is a mistake. Yeah.
I don't know why he went down. I mean, he could have just flew and then flipped forward, and he would have blocked it, and the game would be over. But every player leading up to that point did the correct thing in their mind, depending on the position and decisions that they thought their teammate were going to make. And you might think, well, that's a miss. Then that makes it a miscommunication in the team. Well, not really, a little bit, but not like you can't com what you're gonna do like really far ahead, or like I don't know how to explain it, but I don't think it's a miscommunication, more so a misunderstanding of what each of us is gonna do, if that makes sense. Yeah, but yeah, they get the goal. It was still a good execution from France. I keep calling them KC, Johnny. I do apologize, but. It's pretty hard to, but yeah, a good capitalization from them. They almost score on 0 seconds, and then in this overtime, we'll cover it very briefly. I mean, for me, Atomic had a great kind of chance here, amazing block, and then he tries to skim this either forward for a shot or a pass to beast mode, whereas he could have just took a touch down, like bounced the ball on the ground and then followed it up on the wall. And I know you might think, well, Jack, you're just being really nitpicky, but like. I guarantee that if he has a situation again, he would prefer to, hit the ball in this area down to the ground, and then he carries on going up the wall, gets a shot or something. He won't score off it, but it's better than obviously the miss, and then the kind of crunch on the 50, and then the bouncer of the shot. I mean, you can't expect the bounce of the shot to the top corner. I don't even know if Juicy, I don't even know if Juicy expected this. Maybe he did mean this, Johnny, but we were debating this.
It looks like he's jumping over Vatira almost, because Vatira's right there, so he's thinking, I don't want to drive into Vatira, so he jumps over, shoots the ball down.
Great shot, though. Works.
It is a phenomenal shot. But yeah, that's our like end of game breakdown there. I don't think it's Sathy's fault. I think it's the team's execution overall. But at the same time, I do like that immediately after the match, he's taking responsibility and making it a bit easier for his players. But in review, they should definitely, I think, know that they could just play that better, and with more practice, I think that kickoff strat is really hard to score on. It's do you see NRG doing that very much? I don't remember if they do it a lot.
I don't remember like which teams do it.
KC and Vitality do it a lot. KC do it especially a lot, and they do it when they're winning. They do it when they're tied. They do it honestly like any time, but it's a strat that's still quite new to a lot of teams, and they do make mistakes while trying to execute it. Nice 1-0 here, USA in Game 7 up by 1.
I think NRG or this US team, I believe. Why has the replay done this? The replay has made this camera settings really. I think this will
just do a couple left. Do a couple left clicks. Oh, it's fine. Yes.
But yeah, I think NRG usually they like to stick to quite standard kickoffs from what I remember. But yeah, we're on Zen POV for this game, game number 7. Juicy had an 800-point game in the last game. He played extremely well, I think, as well. Obviously, points don't mean everything, but they do tell somewhat of a story. And they do.
Oh, he clutched up. He scored. He scored both goals.
Exactly.
He scored both goals to tie and then to win the game. And everybody, like I said briefly in the last game, has probably elevated Juicy in their minds to the top tier of players. I heard some people saying that in this matchup in particular, you've got 5 S tier players, all of NRG, aka USA, Zen and Vatira, and then you got Juicy, who's like the one who's a level below. It really didn't look like it in this matchup or in this tournament or in the kickoff LAN that just happened. Juicy's very clearly at that level, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely. I think Rocket League is very, and I say this off video to like, I've had conversations literally the last couple of weeks about this. Like, I think Rocket League is very like, there are quite a few players that can do that in the right environment, and even on the opposite, like a lot of higher tier players that if you put them on teams that they just don't work with, they will just not look good for the entire time. Oh my god,
this is crazy. Yeah, it is. This is the craziest goal. Zen dusts Beastman coming in his third by going off the inside of the post. So he goes inside of the post to dodge Daniel's demo, and then he just keeps his momentum, launches. So he has a dodge here for as long as he wants.
Yeah,
because he's blown off the inside of the post. So honestly, unreal from Zen to do that, and creates a goal going the other way.
What's wrong with
thought
replays?
With Daniel forcing Zen into the goal, he thought, okay, I could just beat Zen to this. Because Zen's had to go into the goal to dodge a bump. Wrong. Zen's actually kept momentum, and he's got a an alternative fast launch aerial.
Yeah, it's great. Joris is probably the player that does that the most amount of times, basically, frequently, and he's very good at it. But Zen, I mean, incredible pass into an open net, makes his teammates' life easy there. I don't know what's going on with the replays. It seems that if we score a goal or stop the replay and start again, it will reset his camera. Really nice play there by... Was it Juicy? I think it was Juicy.
It was back corner play again from the KC duo. They're just like letting the ball do the work, let the ball go middle, and they're demoing off the ball. They did this more and more as the series went on. They realized that was something that that USA were not ready to deal with as well as they usually are. Because I think USA, especially when you consider the fact that that's a full roster, unlike the France and even the Saudi Arabia team who have now broken up regionally. They've got, I think, the best defense, USA. So, like, to break them down is pretty difficult. But they found a way to do it, and it was like demos, physical play. That's what was causing the chaos and making this USA make mistakes. Yeah, I mean, they have a great, like I mentioned in the last game and have talked about with 2/3 of this team in general. They have a good understanding of when a ball is dangerous, even when they don't need to hit it. I think a lot of like you guys watching absolutely could improve at that. Like, even in ones, for example, letting the ball bounce in its current path without you touching the ball makes the play more dangerous than you could ever make it with any type of touch you could get in a certain position. So your understanding of situations like that is really important to creating threats without having to do anything, basically. And that's what they're very good at. Daniel, I presume, will pass up to the wall, the guy on the wall. He does. And Beastman again with a pre-jump. Even, game 7, a minute 15, Johnny. Beastman doesn't care. He's trying to pre-jump any type of touch, and I think he's come off the backboard here. He is very good at it. They're recovering, though. Look, this is what's smart about the pre-jumps, is that he's pre-jumping in a way that he can get a touch on the ball, or he can
it's not
shoot the ball, pass the ball, but he's recovering while he's doing it. So USA and NRG, they're always recovering quickly. They very rarely overstay in the opponent's corner. They always come in with speed and leave quickly. That is their whole play. You'll see France, by comparison, they slow down a lot more. And this is a crazy goal.
Is that a goal?
Fake.
Wow.
It's a goal. Yeah, fake by Beast Mode off. Atomic tapped this down. If you look at Atomic here, he gets he jumped up there, gets a touchdown.
I think he means
Beast Mode fakes it. He does, absolutely.
Yeah.
You can see from his POV, like
let's watch it.
Initially didn't read the play exactly right. Right here, he's like, oh, Beast Mode's gone. It's all good though. I'll just put it down in the box.
And then Beast Mode means to fake. Dan knows that he's faking. Yeah, I mean, once, like, we were on Zen's point of view, and obviously it's so easy to tell when you're not in the moment. From Zen's point of view, he pre-jumps because, Beast Mode could get a shot here. But from our point of view in the replay, you knew that Beast Mode was going to fake it because it's just the best play. It's creating, again, it's like what I was talking about earlier. The less he does here, more dangerous it will be. right? It's a really interesting thing that a lot of players have to work on because beast mode knows fake it. The shot angle is better, everything is better. But by the way, again, Juicy on the goal line just does not.
He's very calm.
I know they concede, so it doesn't matter. But he gets bumped. Never mind, he gets bumped, so he actually couldn't have jumped. But great play from the US. Atomic, obviously
Did we look beast mode POV before we move on?
Yeah, let's have a look.
Talking about this.
Oh, I was on it there. Here we go. Beast mode, Atomic. Yeah, fake. Leave it for Dad. He knows he's behind. Lovely stuff. Yeah, I mean, Atomic obviously he has to react, which I think is more impressive. He's not trying to pre-jump the backboard touch from beast mode, by the way. He's just going in the air for the ball. He thinks it's his ball.
Here. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I thought that was my play button. Where is it? Here we go. Yeah, he thinks this is his ball. But once beast mode comes forward, he just carries on. It's really, really nice. And then the transition into the pass. I mean, everyone knows it's great. Not much else to say. Is this Zen? They all have the same car design. No, this is Zen.
This is Zen. Yeah.
He actually has a different car design. Okay.
This is I mean, already one of the greatest series we've ever seen in a Rocket League LAN or just in Rocket League in general. And now we've got the chance of Game 7 overtime as well, which is always the dream. But yeah, semi-finals always end up being the series of the tournament. It's never the grand final in the open era. That's the best series. It's always one of the series before it. Because the additional pressure of a final does, I think, just lower the level a little bit. You get more mistakes, but this was just unbelievable from both teams. And USA with that goal, they had lots of pressure. They could have scored a couple times at the end here. It was very close.
Zen would have had it, yeah.
And on 0 seconds, actually, they nearly score because I think France make a small mistake.
Oh, I'm surprised. I think Dan was looking. I mean, Dan was just kind of looking out to see what was going to go on
right
there.
Here, look at this.
Yeah. Well, I actually I don't know.
If someone had been there, maybe. But
because
what's Vatira's POV on this?
Vatira's so calm. Vatira, like, if someone moves forward, Vatira will 50 it to the ground. It'll never go in. It'll never go in.
He doesn't know exactly where beast mode is, like right there. Now he does. And I don't know, there looks like there might be an opening there. I think if beast mode's there, he can score.
I thought Vatira had a little bit more boost than he I thought he had more boost than he did. But yeah, he can't get down. So yeah. But he also has to. I think Beast Mode has to watch maybe like the hit across to Zen. Like
he thought this is gonna get clattered. He thought Vatira's gonna like half volley wall clear that, so he's getting ready to pull out, and then he's like, "Oh my goodness, he didn't go for it, and he can't make it." So chance goes back in there, but overtime Game 7.
Yeah, I'm about to pause here, but they were close. I mean, by the way, this pass from I'm gonna go to Dan's point of view because I want to see his point of view for the next play anyway. But this pass from Beast Mode down to Dan, sorry, is just really, really nice. But yeah, I think a few seconds left. They get a play here. Beast Mode pops it back to Atomic. I think Dan's wanting Atomic to fake it. Because then Juicy's sideways, Daniel has a free shot. He also has a free backboard for a double tap. I think that'll be game if Atomic fakes it. But obviously, it doesn't. That doesn't mean Atomic made a really bad mistake or anything. It's just how the game goes sometimes. But yeah, I believe that could have been it there. All right, Zen point of view, overtime. Ooh. Was this a miss? Like, I don't know. That seemed weird. Like, you would usually just go straight to the back corner if they call.
Oh, maybe he's faking it, or maybe the call came late.
I think the call might have came late. What they were going to do, yeah. But it doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah, he just made a little wiggle there to take his back corner boost. I think at this point in the series, they were using heart rate monitors at FIFAe, of course, which is really entertaining. I love it. It's a nice little addition.
I think it's cool.
But I think at this moment in the series, or like halfway through this overtime, Zen's heart rate monitor slipped down his arm and it wasn't registering properly. So while everybody else's heart rate in the lobby was at 150, 160, they're all at their peak. Nothing compared to you, Jack. Of course, you're 180, 190 as a average. But Zen's was like 50, and everybody online is like, "Oh no, Zen's locking in. Everybody else is freaking out. We're about to get a Zen masterclass." No, but his heart rate monitor just wasn't on his arm properly at that point. And I don't know how nobody's there for this. So Zen left on the goal line, and no one is there to score it for so long. It's bounced once, twice, and nobody's there. So unusual.
I think it's because Juicy thoughts. Yeah, Juicy thinks that Vatira's going to follow up because he's closer there, and then Vatira what a save! Vatira gets.
Zen nearly scored. Oh, this save was crazy, by the way. If you want to go back and look at that save, this is a ridiculous save.
I didn't see point of view because I think it will probably look the best for him.
Yeah, this looked like absolute game over. Beast Mode's got no boost.
Yeah, great save. I mean,
unbelievable save with 0 boost.
Yeah, sorry, my game just lagged. Yeah, that's going to be not tilting for Zen, but like he definitely thinks that he could have scored here because he beats Dan, and that's really the most important part. And in Zen's mind, I know it because, I mean, maybe not, but I believe every player would be thinking this. Once this gets saved, because the only reason this gets saved is it's just a 50-50 chance, basically. And if Zen fakes it, it's a goal. He can land and then just hit it in. And that's the annoying thing. Once you see that saved, you're like, oh my god, I could have just faked it.
So that's the divine intervention, basically. Banana Head's
yeah,
divine
it is,
intervention coming through. It's like, well, it just wasn't meant to go in. It wasn't inshallah, it was outshallah on that one. The goal wasn't meant to be. Another bump. They're doing this again so often in this grand final, especially the business end of the series. And
this
time,
been it.
USA survive. They're actually getting physical as well. They were very, like, they got a lot of demos, USA.
That could have been it if Beast Mode, I think, got a bump or a demo on, like a proper bump or demo on Vatira on the backboard. Juicy would have been like 100 boost, but on the ground, and he would have been a free bump on again from Beast Mode. It would have been open. There's so many like close plays for both teams where like just not misplays, just something that different goes on. I mean, I know you're joking about like what Banana Head says, but I don't know. At times there is a certain element of not misplays, but just different decisions that change the outcome.
Just circumstances. Rocket League is a very circumstantial game. That's why it's so hard to tell people what the best play is in a certain situation. It's like there's lots of options. They're all kind of good. This is just outrageous to finish. Zen hits it to the ceiling and then flies. Ball cam off, flies into Atomic. Vatira's up. I mean, Zen just took over the overtime. He nearly scored a goal himself. He put the ball on the goal line for tap-ins for his teammates multiple times. And this is all with a cold. He had a very red nose this day. It's a French flu. Had started off with Juicy, passed to Vatira, and then today it was with Zen, who didn't seem to be bothered by it. So, well done. Great series. USA played some of their best Rocket League, but
absolutely.
Turns out 2/3 of Carmine Corp plus Zen is a good combination. Who would have thought?
I believe Juicy would be getting involved in this play as well without us being able to see too much, just from how I think the play would happen. Because Beast Mode, I believe, a good bump by Juicy there. But yeah, does Beast Mode get bumped here? He has to turn maybe slightly in. But yeah, Juicy's threatening the bump on Beast Mode. It kind of takes him out the play a little bit as well. So everyone getting involved there on, actually looking back, I don't know if Beast Mode was going to jump anyway, but everyone getting involved a little bit, somewhat, on France's side there. Yeah, really, really great play though by Zen, and a good follow-up by Vatira, because sometimes it's a little uncomfortable to follow. We'll go from his point of view really quickly, because I actually do want to point this out, that sometimes it's a little...
It's scary to go.
Yeah, a little difficult to follow this ball up because Juicy's recovering, but he's still in that half. He's still well in that half. He's by the goal. Zen's going to be out of play for 6 years, just by the nature of what he's going for. So as the third man, if Zen doesn't get this bump, right?
Atomic's got a clean hit, yeah.
Atomic's clearing this ball like really solidly, and he's going to follow it up. Juicy might be getting bumped, tripped up on his way back. Yeah. And it's a goal, right? So... you have to have a lot of confidence.
Just full faith in Zen there from Vatira. Zen calls the pump. Vatira's like, all right, I'm up, I'm shooting, and Zen gets it. You got to trust.
Yeah, Zen. Really nice play. I'm a big fan of that. But that was a good last two games, Johnny. Like I said, I didn't watch the whole series, but I might have to go back and watch that one, because from the way you're describing it, from the way those last two games looked, I think both teams are playing incredibly, and I do think that anyone could have taken that. And in all honesty, I think the US probably should have taken it in Game 6 near the start of the video.
Yeah, Game 6 they should have. Yeah, I think if you put them in that situation, 11 seconds to go up by 1, they take it the vast majority of the time, so they're going to be pretty annoyed. We're going to get some Jack KBM free play here. Look at this.
Yeah.
Oh! He's got mechanics. Oh! Good try. But yeah, the USA could be, I think, be pretty proud. The grand final, France against Saudi. We're going to go and record an analysis of a couple of games from that as well, which will come out on the channel in probably a week or so from this video, because we are going to be away for the holidays, Christmas, New Year. Then we're just going to put these videos out for you guys to enjoy over the holiday period. And hopefully you're learning something from them. I know we've not had... we've been doing a lot of like gameplay analysis, pro play analysis videos recently. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. We are going to bring back other... videos that you've seen on the channel, like the rank, specific advice per rank and
it's been
other videos
tough,
like that.
Yeah, it's been tough the last kind of few videos just because of the nature of how busy this time of year has been. So unfortunately, yeah, it's not been crazy variety, but yeah, no excuses really. We'll definitely be picking that back up once I think the new year kind of
in January,
comes around. Absolutely. But guys,
time.
Let us know if you have enjoyed this video in particular, this type of content in particular. Let us know what you have learned and what type of videos you would like to see in the future. Check out all of our other videos on the channel. Of course, check out the course on thenextrank.com. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.